gamers? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about a new game that's yet to come out called Zero Space. I got to play this game recently. I really liked it, so I wanted to show you guys what the game is all about and kind of give you guys my opinion, help them promote the game, and hopefully it's something that you enjoy as well. So with that being said, some of the people that are involved in this game that you might know are Pig, Scarlet, and Cats from StarCraft 2. I think Scarlet is a balance designer in the game, and Cats is the lead game designer. So I think that's pretty cool. Obviously, they have a lot of experience, among them. I think they have the knowledge and everything else they need to get to the game to where it needs to be. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit how the game works, and then I'm going to show you how Zero Space actually is in the actual game that I played against Cats. I got destroyed, but it is what it is. Now, right now there are two factions. I'm assuming there's going to be more. So we have Protectorate and we have Grell. And if you want to, comparison, if you're a StarCraft 2 player, you have like Terran and Zerg right now. Each faction has heroes. So as you can see here, Grell also has a unique hero. Now, obviously, needless to say, not all these things are final. Plenty of things are going to improve, plenty of things are going to change, yada yada, you know how these things go. But every faction has obviously unique units, it has completely unique buildings, and it has unique talents. So you can see both factions have unique talents, and there is experience in the game. For all of the people that hate heroes and items and experience, this is not it. They do not have hero items, they do not have hero experience. You kind of get experience for your faction, which I'll explain once we get into the game. And then on the other side, over here you have mercenaries. So what do mercenaries do? You have to pick between 3 mercenaries right now, and basically they add another tree in your talents that are different from depending which mercenary you go for, and they also can spawn different units. So Maran can spawn these 5, Dread Raiders can spawn these 5, and then Volcaro can spawn these guys. I'm gonna go for Volcaro because they're coolest looking, and I'm gonna pick, and let's get started. So with that being said, we're entering the game, so I'm gonna show you a little bit how the game works. And kind of what the point of the game is. So first of all, you have the headquarters, which is your main base, and that main base generates scrap. You have 2 resources, scrap and flux, and you have supply. So this is where your mining basically is. You get some resources from your headquarters, but this is your kind of mining base. Now, one cool thing that I really liked about this game is when you build your second base, right, to mine. If you don't have enough resources, it will basically put it into the queue. If you move the worker, obviously it's gonna stop, but it puts it in queue. And now the moment you have 400 resources, I can go do other stuff. The moment you have 400 resources, that would be built, and then you need, I think it's 100 scrap per this thing to build on top of them. So basically expansion costs 800, and it's quite a bit of an investment. But you build 400 first, and then 100, 100, 100 over time. You can't build all 4 of them, you can build 1 at a time. Now, we have here, select the hero, and once you select the hero, that's your hero, right? So we're gonna go for Dread. We're gonna send them over here. Now the mercenaries is something I mentioned earlier. You can see the mercenaries basically spawn on a timer, and they serve a purpose of, like, if you get attacked suddenly or something, maybe you don't have quite enough units, you can use this as a kind of fodder or just to spawn some units to be able to defend, which I think is really cool. And those are the mercenaries that you pick in the lobby. So these are the guys right here. And you can see require barracks, unavailable, unavailable, yada yada. So, now let me show you, actually let me build a harvester. So the second resource you get is flux, and you get it by collecting this purple thing that is around every normal expansion, but also they exist randomly on the map. So the first ability that the hero has, 50% movement speed and 50% dodge. So you just basically bolt. The Z ability is a disrupting shot. it basically slows enemies and it silences them so they can't use their abilities, and I think they can't use their weapons, as you can see right there. And the last ability is my favorite one, is you throw down a grenade, sticky bomb, and the enemy would need to micro this out from their units to not explode and like kill everything, right? So, with that being said, I think it promotes for a lot of, what's it called?
Building complete.
It promotes for a lot of like micro, and you need to split. And once you kill these guys, you get some resources, you get some XP, but also when you capture a tower, you will get the passive XP. So this is where XP comes from, or one of the ways that XP comes from. You get XP passively, which is this yellow thing. Once it fills up on level 1. But also if you capture these 3 towers on the map, you can get XP over time in order to, you know, you can see 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, so that you get levels faster and all that. You can see my base is here building slowly. I'm going to build another harvester for the flux. And you can wall off in zero space, by the way, with buildings. These are supply depots. Supply depots can also be upgraded, by the way, which I'm going to show you in a second when they finish. One thing I like about Zero Space is the abilities are very... Like, when I played the first time against this hero, and when this attached onto my units, I wasn't like, oh my god, what's going to happen? It's like, obvious it's going to explode, right? So I pre-split units. And I really like that the abilities are very visual. Now, the supply platforms that give you the supply can also be upgraded into like a third platform, or a supply platform that gives you more supply, or a healing platform, which I thought was really cool. I'm going to build barracks as well, so I can start producing some units. Now, another thing that I didn't mention, the movement of the units is very smooth. Like, it feels very smooth and very responsive if you look. Like, wherever I click, the unit moves instantly. There is no slowing down. Like, the turn rate on the units is instant. There's no, like, acceleration rate. Like, if you stop, the unit needs a little bit to start moving, which I really like, because the game just feels very, very responsive. Oh, there's the AI. I should go back so I lose the harvester. And I should also make units so that I can actually defend. Let me make some more buildings here. I'm going to make some more barracks. I'm going to make a factory as well. Making the research lab for my infantry, because why not? Now, these are the, I think these are the basic units of the drill. So I'm going to go dent them in quickly.
Is now idle.
Oh no, these are the, I'm done. These are the things from the tower I checked out. Alright, so they have officially exploded. I'm gonna go capture that one too. I was wondering, why are they so, I was like, I don't remember them looking like this. So anyway, in the research lab, you have Commando Research and Bastion Mech Research, which are your infantry units, basically. So one thing that I like is they don't have upgrades that are like +1 damage, -1 damage. When you go for Commando Upgrade, which is this basic tier 1 unit,
Control tower captured.
You don't upgrade damage or whatever, you upgrade kind of like abilities onto it, which I think is really cool. So for example, I can go for the armor shredding thing, or I can go for weapon range. So what I like when I played, I like going for weapon range, and then after I get 40% attack speed and move speed after jumping. And you're like, what's jumping? Well, let me show you. So, what you can do, let me make another base here to spend my resources a bit. So what you can do with these guys, and these are the first units, the basic tier units, you can micro them quite a bit, which I think is really, really cool. And almost every unit has a thing on their own. So for example, so you can micro like that. Obviously you can use abilities on the enemy as well. And once you're done with the fighting, or maybe you're getting chased, you can also recall, and you can select where you want to recall. Boom. So this thing on top, let's talk about that for a bit.
Production is up.
And now here's the healing drones.
Reinforcement ready.
Also healing my stuff, which is really nice. Let's talk about the thing on top. Let me get these as well. So what are these? This is recall. This bar is the energy bar that you get over time, and you can use recall. Recall cooldown is 120 seconds. You basically cast it on units and then cast it where you want them to go. Now, let me see if I can get the second one. No. Oh yeah, I need a level 2 HQ. I'm gonna get that now. So, second ability is reinforcements. It costs 25 energy, and again, it's another like comeback mechanic. So you will generate this energy or mana, whatever, I'm not sure what's it called, over time. And once you have enough, if you maybe get attacked or you're out of position, you can just summon reinforcements. Basically, if you have them unlocked, they are, so for example, this thing costs 50. If you want to summon in reinforcements, it costs 50 as well. Boom, I throw it down, but not one is gonna spawn, but I think it's 6. So I think that's really, really cool. Boom, and obviously energy is gone, but you have some units, right? So you can use these, and I think you can only use them near, only near operating towers, which are your bases. So you can't just like drop them into the enemy base or something, because that'd be kind of busted. One thing I forgot to mention, there's these fluxes on the map, like here, 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 and here, that grow, and I think the gather rate is also higher. Let me double check that. So you get 1.4 per second on this. Let me check here. I think you get more. You get 4 per second. Okay, so it's way, way better, but it gets consumed, and also it's more exposed. So obviously if you go in the middle of the map, it's more exposed than staying in the corner of your base, right? So next thing, now I can get the eagle sense. Every time my commando boy jump, I will get attack speed and move speed, and you get minus 50% jump cooldown. So obviously now this is going to be like, my playstyle is going to be, you know, something like jumping around and microing heavily. You don't want to get that if you're going to make 3 of them. If you're only going to make few commandos, it probably makes more sense to go for the armor shredding rounds if your focus is going to be on something else. Now we can make some of the other guys as well. Supply block, classic. It is what it is. Special research lab, yada yada. So we can make some of the other guys. Enemy side. Okay. We'll go deal with AI.
Enemy in range.
I can upgrade the other guys as well. So you can see they have 25% health. Enemies are thrown away when Bastion dies, or weapons deal full damage and splash radius. We're gonna go for that. You know I love splash. Oh, it's still upgrading the other thing. Okay, so now I could micro, or I could just do this. When is my upgrade finished? Oh my god, my upgrade was... If my upgrade was finished, it's finished now. I could have like microed slowly, or I could have just used the jump ability with all of them to get the attack speed. Now there is veterancy, something I forgot to mention, and you can see what upgrade it has. Well, you can't because of my webcam. These are the upgrades I got. So veterancy, they gain veterancy from kills, gain increased attack speed, health, range, and regeneration. So this is rank 1, 130 health, 10 damage for an unranked guy. The ranked guy has 146 and 12 damage. One thing I also love is you can see the kill count right here. So you can have those. This is something I feel like it's such a small thing, but so many RTS games don't have, which is like you can see which unit is literally your hero. You know what I mean? Once the upgrade finishes, you can see it right here on the side, go like whoop, which is very nice visual.
Tactical systems ready.
So these are the mechs that I just made, the bastions, and now weapons deal full splash damage. So let's see what they do. Oh, I see. Now they kind of clean. They're kind of busting actually. You can see the movement, like you can actually stutter step units, you can micro your units, which is really good. What's the other upgrade I can get for Bastion? Let's see. +1 armor and 15% movement speed, or 30% attack speed and 40% weapon range. Okay, I gotta say this seems a lot better than this. Now I'm no expert in this game, but obviously a lot of these things are not final, by the way. But this seems crazy.
Reinforcement ready.
Systems online.
We're on it.
Enemy in range.
These are so kinky. Alright. So next thing, let me show you some of the other stuff. We can make some mech units right now.
Units are under attack.
We can make some stuff here too. While we wait for those, the next upgrade or the next research lab, advanced research lab, which is for your mechs. So again, it's gonna have like whatever you want, whichever unit you want. You want striker. So another thing that is really cool is striker is, you're gonna see it in a second, but basically you can upgrade a siege ability and it gets more range. So if you play more defensive, or if you're trying to siege your opponent, you would go for that, kind of like in the moment. But if you want to play by running around on the map or maybe prevent enemy run-bys, you go for the mines. And I really like these kinds of decisions in RTS. Strategic decisions in a strategy game. I know, it's crazy. Where I feel like, to be fair, probably all the RTS games that I've played, I feel like I have the most options for strategy. Now, I am sure that at a point some things will be better than others on paper, but as long as they keep their upgrades separate, as long as one upgrade isn't like, oh, this is just a better version of this, there will always be some kind of choice. So now we can do one of these, and now they get attacked. Look at them blasting. Oh, this thing, let me show you. This is a tank. Or sorry, this is a heavy strider thing. And heavy strider is a walking bunker. So you can put units inside, and now it's gonna shoot with the units inside, which is really cool. So maybe late game the opponent has too much AoE, you can make these, put units inside, and save them that way. We got Avenger, which is a tank, and you can also get upgrades on the tank. Armor or a module provides 1 armor for nearby infantry units, or provides a turret unlock with the turret. And while you're upgrading, it's stunned. So that's pretty cool. Now it has a little turret like that.
Ready to see the world.
Now these guys are really cool. So what they do is, so when it shoots, it gains energy. You can see right there. Right there. Look at that. I shoot, I get energy. Once you have 50, you can use control heat discharge. Discharge 50% of the heat damaging nearby enemies, which I think is really cool. So you make it kind of like you want to run it in, like this, and now you damage all the units around it. So many of the units have like really unique stuff that you can play around with quite a bit, and that's a thumbs up for me.
Enemy in range.
What else is there left to show you guys? Again, there's all these upgrades for different stuff, for different units. I'm not going to go through all of them. You're not going to remember, and you know, just kind of showing you what the game is like. This is the striker, the guy that can siege mode. We have the gunship, the flying unit that can switch between Gatling gun and railgun, which I think is pretty cool. We have Disruptor over here. Again, all kinds of different units, and this is just one faction. I know they're planning for more factions, which I'm really excited about. And as someone who's coming from Age of Empires 4, what I really hope is, once this game is released and there's tournaments and stuff, I hope that there are like draft systems. I hope the game is not focused, this is my personal, obviously, opinion. I hope the game is not focused on playing just one thing, or even if it is, that there are draft systems where maybe you can ban the opponent's mercenaries or heroes or something, because I think that would be really taking Oh, I never made this guy. Whoa! Launch a drone that deals damage in the air. Yo, that's cool. Again, I think the abilities in this game are really fun. They're really cool. They're easy to use because once you select all the units, you don't have to like have units in different hotkeys to use abilities. You can see I can use them like this, just fine.
Affirmative.
Which I think is really nice. Now, the last thing that I forgot to mention, almost kind of the important one. First of all, reinforcements. I think I showed you guys this. You just call reinforcements. Amazing. The levels. What are they for? These are the talents you get while you're playing, and you need to get them while you're playing. And again, more strategy choices. Thumbs up. So for example, if you're running some kind of comp that you want to go around and recall and, you know, hit and run kind of thing, you can go for improved recall, 25% minus reduction, it costs no energy, and the units are healed. The AI is actually quite good, by the way. Like, the AI attacks quite often, which I'm a bit surprised. Most games have really bad AIs. Or you can go for 50% movement speed for vehicles. So if you go some kind of more mech style, maybe you go for that, and then after that you can get 50% health and shields for vehicles. Or you can go for lifesteal units or whatever else. So once you take all of these, then you can go back and I can take vehicle engines as well. But right now you have to go all the way down, as you can see. So these are the infantry upgrades that give them more, what's it called? More attack speed, more damage, you know, whatever it is. Crisis level gain, top bar energy. So there you go. That's for reinforcements and stuff, so you can go for that. Now let's call the reinforcements, because I haven't. I want to show you guys these, because they're cool as hell.
Our units are under
Look at
attack.
that. They just look cool as hell.
Orders.
So these mercenaries, again, you can summon them if you're out of position, you know, just to supplement your main army, and they don't expire, like they're actually your army now. And let me show you the recall. So if you use this, now it costs no energy, boom. And then you can select, I want to teleport them there. And once they do, they're also going to heal, because that's what the talent did. And last but not least, we got the ultimates at the bottom. Send a plane to bomb the area for 200 damage. Call down a mech, loses health over time, and destroys sets up. When destroyed, sets up a nuclear explosion. Okay, I'm going for that. Let's go. We're gonna attack Grill. This is kind of like a creep, by the way, the green thing. I don't know too much about Grill, so I'm not gonna speak too much how they work and all that. Use these for attack speed. I'm gonna call the mech. Damn, look at him. I wanna see it explode. Oh my god, that thing has a lot of health. I mean, it is an ultimate, right? And ultimates have 2-minute cooldowns.
Orders.
Oh, oh my god, that deals a lot of damage.
Reinforcement ready.
And it explodes instantly. Dude, I like that. You can summon that guy and just run them into the opponent, and they gotta bail out of there, or they're gonna get absolutely mowed down. So, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little preview. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a real game. Now again, I'm not very good at this game, but I can see a lot of potential with Zero Space in the future. Like, I already think, in my opinion, right, I already think it's a playable game. Like, if this was out right now and there was multiplayer and stuff, I would play it. Now, I'm sure I actually haven't encountered any bugs. I'm sure there are bugs. I'm sure there's stuff to be fixed and worked on. But I think the game is in playable state, which I find amazing. So, if you go into... If you go into the options, you have hotkeys, you have gameplay, alert pings. When you leave the game, there's a rewind. So, if you lose the game, let's say, you don't need to go like all the way out and then find a replay. You can just go rewind and it puts you into the replay straight away, which I think is really good. The amount of colors that they have, or that they will have. Let me show you this. This is my favorite part. You guys know I love colors in RTS games. You guys know I'm obsessed. Look at that. God damn. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Alright, so let's go take a look right now into the next thing, the gameplay of me getting dented. Now listen, I played against an elite gamer called Cats, and Cats dented me in pretty bad. So let me show you. So I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but you know, maybe I'll skip through it and stuff like that. But this is my recording from last night. So you can see me here. I actually don't think I played with sound, by the way. I'm not sure why, but I don't think I played with sound. It's okay, we got the background music. So I chose a hero that I had no experience with, so I have no idea how I was supposed to use it. So don't pay attention too much to that. This is a hero that has like a line shot, and it has some of the... It has like a swap ability, and then you can shield your allies. Now, let me go to where I have some units. So this is the Grell hero. It has kind of like poison that spits on ground. And here you can see like I'm trying to run out of poison. I'm doing the swap, doing the line damage a little bit, doing some micro, doing the shield on the unit. My hero gets dented in. But I managed to defend the attack, right? Which is nice. But Cats is really good. He's been pumping, and I think we played like 6 or 7 games, and he beat me every single time. Trying to heal up units over here. I got some reinforcements called. I had different reinforcements here than in the game I just showed you guys. Here I'm going for a little attack. I'm using the jumping ability to what's it called? To get some attack speed. Doing a little counter push. And the game, like from all the games that I've had, there wasn't one game where it was like campy and like nothing was going on. Like, I think an RTS game where it feels like you can always do more is really good game design. But you can see heroes can't necessarily like kill your whole armies, but they can do quite a bit of damage. So you have to be more careful about how you like engage stuff, because if you just kind of A-move, the hero will do quite a bit of AoE damage, and the units will do quite a bit of AoE damage, right? So one thing that I like is whenever I played, I felt like, oh, I could have harassed here, or I could have harassed there, I could have expanded earlier, I could have gone for this earlier, oh, I could have gotten the talents a bit earlier, and so on, which I'm sure also comes with practice, right? But I do a little shield here, I'm trying to run away. Out of the 3 heroes, I was the worst with this one. My favorite hero was the one before, and there's another hero like Nova. I'm not sure what the name is, but here I actually wanted to get a 3rd, but I think I decided to stay on 2 bases. I can't actually remember. So you can see right here what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to attack 2 sides. So I'm trying to destroy the expansion in the top right. Oh, my camera is blocking. You can see right here, like I'm trying to attack in the top right at the same time, destroying some buildings, and you can see these are his mercenaries. So those are not his units, those are the mercenaries that he has. And at the same time, I'm destroying base on this side. And I got my 3rd like way too late. Like I think it was on 5 base right now, because I stayed on 2 base for quite a long time. There's his hero. I'm trying to dent it in. Go for a little blink. And I think I get it here. Yeah, I do a little jump here. I also lose my hero, but it's okay. My hero is not the kind of hero that's gonna save me, let's just say that. But yeah, you guys kind of get it. You get the point. Like I said, my favorite part is just how active the game is. How fun the units are. Like, I feel like there's no unit that's like dull. Like, even if the unit has no abilities, it has some kind of unique use compared to the other units. That just kind of adds on to it. I think here I get absolutely shreked. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, I'm trying to move to these like drones where I can, you know, maybe get some backup and all that. But you can see like I'm you know, massing tier 1 units, and this is his ultimate. And if I remember correctly, Grell ultimate is, I think it's like Trio of Life, and it revives dead units in the zone, something like that. So basically, when they spawn, you probably don't want to be fighting there. But yeah, here's the last push. I almost get to kill this base. I'm like jumping, trying to get a little bit more attack speed, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Cat's too good. I try to call in some reinforcements here. I didn't even get to ultimate, because he had the towers. He had really good map control. He had the towers, so he was able to get to ultimate a bit faster. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this game once it comes out, and I hope that if they develop new factions and all that, I hope they're also unique like these two, like they're very different from one another, because I love that, and I hope that they keep the whole idea of pre-game options for strategy and in-game options for strategy, where it's not like, oh, we're all doing just the same thing over and over. It's like actual meaningful choices, and they should feel meaningful. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out for their Kickstarter, so you can support that. Link should be in the description of this video. You can read all about it. I'm not gonna go read for you guys, because there's a lot. You can see there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of explanations, cooperative missions. Cooperative missions is a mode where 3 players fight against AI in a campaign-like missions. They got a bunch of stuff going on. They have a bunch of videos for you guys to check. I think this is one of the videos explaining the game in 4 minutes, kind of like what I just did in 30. So they just did it in 4. Better. Feels bad. There's the heroes. There's the team right here. So you can see I mentioned some of the people earlier. Zero Space Design Team, cast lead versus designer. Grant also, that you guys might know if you follow StarCraft 2. Scarlet, lead balance designer. We got co-op designer. We got Pig over here. And yeah, there it is. Timeline, launch is expected in 2025, which I was a bit surprised about. Not because like, oh my god, that's so far away, but because I thought their game was a lot closer to release based on my experience with the game. But listen, it's better to wait and get the good game out there than to release it too early and for the game to not be in a good state. So check it out. If you guys liked what you saw, you can wishlist it on Steam. That's it. Like I said, I wanted to make the video, get the word out there, help them out because I like it. Thumbs up, and I hope you guys do. Alright, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Check me out on Twitch. I'm probably live right now playing Zero Space. I'm joking. I'm not. I can't play it on stream. But when I can, I will. That's it. Thank you guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.